When a massive tornado ripped through Joplin, Missouri, Nathan Powell and his 4 children rode out the storm by huddling underneath the stairs. Looking at the new view from their second-story apartment, it's hard to believe anyone survived.
When I'm out here, it makes me feel sad because it's just, like, gone.
Nathan's dealt with major heart and lung problems for years, so even though they lost practically everything they own, they still know what's really important.
It's only stuff. Kids are here.
For the time being, this single dad and his 4 kids are staying in a very small apartment.
This is where we sleep.
So this is where all of you guys stay?
There can only be like 2 people in the top of the bed, so I have to sleep down at the bottom. Yeah, it's a little bit crowded, but it works.
With sisters Kimber, Kyler, and Kelsey in one room, Nathan kind of has a room to himself off the living room.
Kind of a temporary bedroom, if you will.
Bradley has it worst of all.
This is where I stay at for now.
This is where you're staying?
Yeah, this is where I currently sleep.
Jeez, Brad, man, this isn't even the size of a walk-in closet. I bet you're looking forward to having your own room.
Yeah.
And this someday.
Yeah.
Someday, hopefully soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
After the tornado, Nathan got a really good deal on a damaged house he wants to rebuild. But he's got to be careful. Even with the heart and lung problems, he's put in a lot of work at the house.
I've worked every day, every hour that I was available with every volunteer that's been at that house until the last week.
Operation Blessing's Jody Geddes told Nathan and the kids to give them a week to do what they could to help them out. Teams from Operation Blessing and Home Depot have been out at the house ever since. They found out Nathan and Brad are really into fish tanks, so they're making that a special project.
Fish, it's just something that we've got into ever since my dad's heart surgery.
I had a lot of blood pressure issues, and they actually suggested to get fish and watch them because it brings your blood pressure down. It's a little something we can do, and we enjoy that.
The volunteers started with opening up the floor plan to give this family of 5 space to spread out. The house needs a lot of work both inside and out. From replacing 30 windows to wiring, flooring, landscaping, and masonry. They even have to replace a bunch of stone that the tornado blew away, and the clock is ticking. So we came out with Jody to take a look at the progress on the house, and it is unbelievable how much work there is left to be done. People are working in every corner of the house, and there are piles of tools and materials everywhere, but nothing is completely finished yet. The family's coming home tomorrow, and that means tonight is going to be crazy. The crew worked overnight by flashlight and headlight, but by morning there was still a lot left to do. But all that hard work was about to pay off. Just seeing the outside of the house, they knew a lot more had been accomplished than they'd ever imagined. Then they walked inside.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dad, look at this. Look at this. Dad.
It was quite an overwhelming moment. I think it's kind of comparable to when one of these guys was born. Seriously, it was kind of a moment like that.
With all the volunteer labor and a ton of donated or discounted supplies and furnishings, their house was completely renovated. Kelsey and Kyler made a beeline to their new room.
It's awesome. Everything is just perfect in the bedrooms, and now we get to have sleepovers a lot with our friends. Now, when I walk in my room, I feel like a celebrity. It's awesome in my room. Dad, I think we can move in already.
Close by, big sister Kimber has a room of her own.
Look at it, Dad.
You even got a closet, honey.
Look at the closet. Well, it was amazing to me because it was actually all of my favorite colors, blue, black, and white, and it was fully furnished, and I actually have a closet and a dresser now.
They worked their way back and went through every inch of the house.
I can't wait to eat breakfast here.
Dad, hey, Dad, look.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
I think that was the best. Fishy one.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, hey, finally we got a big fish tank like we always wanted.
It was neat. It was just neat because it was one of our dreams for the house and it just happened. And that's really, really cool.
After spending a few months sleeping in a closet, Bradley went down the hall and opened the door to his new bedroom.
Yeah, look at my room.
Bradley also checked out his closet and was glad to see it wasn't a walk-in.
So I couldn't sleep in there, so I was so happy. So I can actually have my clothes in there instead of the bed.
Bradley's right across the hall from his dad, who finally might be able to get a little rest.
And now he has an actual bedroom to hang out in and get some alone time from us.
I don't know when it'll sink in. It'll probably be years before I can actually sit back and go, wow, look at what happened. When I'm sitting here in this home, I think to myself, how many people it took that were all led by God to get to this point. Because that is really refreshing in this world. It's so cool that God's still willing to teach us and show us that He provides. He provides.